Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Kaiserreich. Today we are going to be playing as Mexico. So our goal for this campaign is mostly to intervene in the Second American Civil War. Anything after that is kind of just, see what happens. So in order to intervene in the Second American Civil War, I believe there are two options to do it, because if you watch the Carlos Spain campaign that we just finished up, we know that Mexico did intervene when they went down the national populist tree, which is probably the way we're going to be doing it, like 99% chance. The only other way to do it, as far as I know, is to be totalist and intervene on the CSA's behalf, but only if they're actually losing, which I don't want to risk. I don't want to have to risk a situation where either the CSA doesn't rise up at all, or where the CSA wins and we do not get to intervene in any capacity. So we're probably going to go national populist just so we can intervene ASAP. So first things first, we're going to get all of our basic technologies. Production speed, free selling factories. So we have 5 factories at the moment. 9 civilian, 4 military. Well, let's just go for a handful of civilian just in Mexico City for now. We'll start building up a little bit of convoys. But for our first national focus, I'm not too sure when you're able to do this. I'm pretty sure it has to do with when Zapata either he dies or resigns. I'm not too sure. And I have played Mexico once on a live stream maybe 3 years ago, but I don't really remember exactly how it plays out. So we're probably going to modernize our army first, get all of our troops, and we're going to immediately throw them on the border with the United States. How many men do I have, actually? I have 9 divisions. Definitely would like more in the future. I'll put you guys just in charge for now. Put you on the border with the south here. Mexico in 1936. Mexico has been transformed in the recent years. In 1910, the Mexican Revolution began against Diaz, who would last nearly a decade. By 1917, Carranza has become the president. However, he quickly proved to anger other revolutionaries when he embarked on a campaign to destroy his political rivals, including Zapata. This would lead to the plan de Agupirta, I don't speak Spanish by the way, by a number of military and political leaders, and led to Alvaro to become the president of Mexico. From here, the chaos of the revolution would wind down as the government of Mexico began a period of stabilization. The first term of Alvaro would see improved relations with the United States, especially after Pancho Villa had become the ambassador to the Commune of France, and Aldo de la Huerta be able to finally get the Yankees to recognize the current government of Mexico as the legitimate government of Mexico. The economy would start to be improved, especially in the south where Zapata held power. Would be able to implement the land reforms more comprehensively than they had been implemented elsewhere in the country. Obregón would work to improve labor rights through his country. It would spark a new conflict between 2 big unions, the CROM, the more syndicalist CGT. However, this is all not due in Mexico. There was growing tension from the Catholic population due to the draconian anti-clerical laws that were written in the Constitution against the Catholic Church. You need some steel. We'll get that from the United States just because, they are our neighbor here. Obregón would be succeeded by Aldo de la Huerta, who would continue for the most part the same general policies as Obregón. However, his term would have a number of international incidents for him to deal with, notably the British Revolution and the subsequent Great Depression in the United States, which would send shockwaves down southwards and affect the economy of Mexico. This would all trigger conflicts in Central America, notably Nicaragua, where Zapata would go and help spread his brand of revolutionary ideals southwards. However, none of this was the most controversial thing de la Huerta did. That would be rewriting the term limits. He wrote them in such a way that allows Obregón to run for a second term. Obregón would win. However, in 1932, Zapata would be elected on a socialist and populist platform. Zapata's term would see the Adinos prove a major focus on the economy, particularly on the agrarian sector. He would work to improve the rights of the peasants and natives within Mexico. However, his policies would anger the conservatives, especially the conservative Catholics, as well as his change to term limits, which, while limiting the president of Mexico to only 1 term again, did extend to 5 years, which is Zapata's enemies was seen as a power grab. His overtures to the International would cause tension within the United States, as it was his policy for land distribution that he had begun to implement. As 936 draws, many wonder the future of Mexico will take. Well, I already know what the future of Mexico is going to be. Because it's either we like kill him or we overthrow him at some point. I just know there's going to be a military coup. We gotta do military coup, and then we gotta do the Synarchist coup. Get the national populace in power. And then at that point, intervene northwards. Again, we're hoping for a 4-way civil war. That's definitely going to be the easiest one to do. So we want probably either we either want Reed or Long to actually win the election. Postless charter. That is A-okay. And we have a new King of England. Fantastic. So we're not training any divisions. That is fair. I mean, what are our divisions right now? So we got an 18 width. We have an 18 width in artillery in them. Cavalry and an armor division. Well, we're at least going to make this into a 20 width. Something like this should be okay. Cut down. Let's actually delete the plane for now. I mean, we do want planes at some point. But I think we've got to kind of take a backseat to everything else we're actually trying to do. Yeah, so we really do want more factories. Is there any way you can have more factories right now? Or is it just, it's just like army focuses, right? Yeah, there's no generic guerrilla warfare or general staff reforms. I'm not too sure actually which one's better. Okay, mass assault or grand. I mean, how populous is Mexico? 16.5 million. Organization goes up by 20%. Attack on core territory. Planning speed goes up a decent amount. Night attack went up by 10% is pretty good. Modified guerrilla army. I mean, he seems pretty decent. What about on this side? Professional army. I mean, the army experience I don't really care about. But, you know, I'll probably go for the general staff reforms. The night attack is nice, but probably just having a more actual modern army would make sense. We're having some elections. France. And what are you? Just 2% recruit population is very nice. Definitely desert training, right? Like jungle. I can't imagine jungle is going to be that important. Is the terrain map mode? Like, is there anywhere that's considered a jungle? I know, like, British Columbia technically has, like, a rainforest. Like, is this territory jungle? Like, do we have jungle in our territory at all? Okay, so the south of Mexico is jungle. So basically, do we want to attack our way south, or do we want to attack our way north? And the answer to that question is, of course, we want to attack our way north. Also, for some reason, my middle mouse button is not working right now. That is extremely strange. Why is this not? Why is this not working? It actually makes this very difficult to actually play. I'm gonna load up the save game because maybe there's like it bugged out. I'm not too sure. Like the scrolling still works. I'm just not too sure why the button is not working. Okay, it's very strange. I'm going to be right back and see if I can fix this. Okay, I've gotten it to work again. I'm not too sure what happened. It was very, very odd. Anyways. What was I even talking about? I don't remember anymore. So We want a 2% population, probably like as soon as possible, honestly, because we have about a year until the American Civil War begins, and I think we want to intervene as, like, do we want to intervene as quickly as possible? Like, obviously we want to be training up our army. We want to get a large army ASAP. No, we definitely want general staff reforms. The naval stuff, the air power, like, this doesn't really matter, I think, too much. I usually always leave these to last, which might be a mistake every single time I ever play any of these games. But we do general staff reforms. After that, maybe we go for Legacy. Yeah, Legacy of the Revolution, get our 2% recruit population. 2 times 100% bonus. Infantry weapons would be really nice as well. Because what is our penalty right now? Planning speed and organization is like, that's, we definitely want that gone before I think we want you dead, right? He's very much dead. The death of Zapata. This morning, the hero of the revolution and president of Mexico, Zapata, has passed away from the injuries he sustained from after a terrorist attack in Mexico City. Immediately after his death, several groups, from loyal politicians to reactionary generals, initiated a power struggle to seize control of the government. Well, if you want the military junta, right? Yeah, the reactionary generals. Get a good old-fashioned military coup in here. Oh, we can just join the Entente. I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket for now. Like, I'm like, such empowered by the military. The military should have followed Zapata's death has resulted in quite a satisfaction from the people. This is particularly notable among the rural poor that support Zapata's reforms. Pancho Villa and Ruben Jaramillo have begun to lead a campaign against the military junta. Okay, so apparently people are a little bit upset with us. And that's understandable. I do not have any guns. But I'm giving you people the guns. Do not give them the guns. I'm thinking, like, what if we just join the Entente right away? Still go down the coup and then intervene in the American Civil War with the backing of the Canadians? We could do it. And I'm kind of interested in... I mean, I don't know if it actually works that way, which is a little bit disappointing. Also, yeah, of course I need new leaders here, because I did get rid of all of... Nobody's actually decent. We definitely want infantry expert on this guy ASAP. So when can I do this one? Ruling party has to be national populist. Understandable. I'm assuming we're gonna get some more decisions very, very soon. We got about a month until this is done. We're attacking some railroads. Extremely rude, by the way. Political power minus 20. You'll need guns. I don't have guns. Apparently we don't even need support equipment, so what am I even importing it for? So get rid of you. Keep trying to build as many guns as humanly possible. Go for a research speed upgrade. I mean, what if I join the I mean, will this go away if we don't, if we're not National populace. I'm not too sure. That's what I'm worried about. But it'd be quite interesting to see. So I think the raid is going to happen. I don't think there's any way I can actually stop it. Which is unfortunate, to say the least. The negative 20% modifier for stability, which is pretty bad, I would say. Okay, so the raid is going to happen. A little disappointing, for sure. Do not train any more troops. We just need guns. How many guns are we making a day right now? Making about 10 a day. So it takes about 20 days for us to be able to, yeah, 5 political power. Seems good to me. So which one of these is better for us? So you want to go to Veracruz first. That's going to give us the biggest benefit. We got our general staff reforms. Go for Legacy of the Revolution. Get our 2% recruitable population. Veracruz. Send the rifles that way. How long is it going to take? It's going to take 35 days. We got to restore order to a lot of places, unfortunately, but how many guns? It's going to take about 1,000 rifles. And I'm assuming we're not going to get these rifles back, which is a real shame, but are these all 56-day focuses? They are. So get the coup. 100 political power is nice. What are the bonuses we get here? More political power. Some stability. More stability. Another 2% recruitable population. That gets us up to 5.5% without having to really commit too hard. I don't think we're gonna get bombs too much. Like, when we eventually probably intervene in the second Wildkrieg, I don't believe... Like, they're far away. They're far enough away that I don't feel like we're really at risk of getting, like, murdered. It's a nice feeling to know that you're not going to die. So you're all one, so it doesn't really matter who we're sending guns to at this point. We're still getting 10 a day? Yeah, 10 a day. More or less. So, the civilian economy, volunteers only. The anti-native law. A law has been proposed that would repeal the various laws that Zapata had passed for the indigenous Mexicans. The law has a great deal of support from those in power among the right wing, and in regards to the law, it's just another policy that Zapata did to destroy Mexico. However, this naturally would not please the various indigenous peoples, notably the Maya and their allies in the Yucatan. We definitely want to pass the law, because we're trying to get the national populace in charge. But I do believe that means we got to deploy our troops down to the south, because I know Yucatan does rebel if I think you elect the national populist. The Secanarda offer. Because this is an offer about bringing themselves to the Mexican government. Yes. You should absolutely be part of the government. They have not couped us yet. They are part of the government now. So hopefully they'll coup us soon. They have 20 days until the revolution is finished. Viva Mexico, we get the coup. Their strength is lowered by 5 automatically. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Proven troops that are working together. We have quite a number of successes against the traitors and rebels. Last war, the battle for Guadalajara. Mexican army commander preparing defense of the city, however, feeling that no matter... I mean, why would I want to increase their strength? We don't want the, we don't want the anarchists to win. Yeah, so drop them down by 1 point. I don't understand. Like, we're trying to beat them, aren't we? I guess if you're like the AI kind of picks whatever it wants. It probably has like a 50-50 chance for the AI to pick it. But as a player, you can kind of just do whatever you want. Send more guns to everywhere else. So it really sucks we had to do it this way because it would have been nice to have to keep those guns for ourselves. What if I know it's a little bit cheaty, but what if I just like draw the fallback line like this? So that as soon as the war begins, we already have troops in all their major cities. So they should capitulate basically within a day. That's at least my hope here. We got 6 more days until you're done. Yes. I mean, manpower is fine. Like, losing 100 is not a big deal to me. Especially since we're going to get more recruited population very, very soon. Construction 1 has finished. What do we need now? We go for the support equipment because if we're going to get a 100% research bonus, we don't want to be wasted on something like this. Oh, did we beat them? Right now, the military junta is in charge. Okay. You're gonna get it down by another point. Anybody lower it by 2? No, so keep sending guns to these people. Hopefully you take over soon. Probably within like the end of the year, right? That would be my guess. Oh, the bill passed. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen the bill actually pass. But I'm still like, I can no longer join the Entente. So I feel like maybe I've squandered my ability to kind of cheese the system here, but that's okay. By that, you know, joining the Entente and then immediately attacking the United States to bring Canada involved in the war as well. Because right now, the US has 5 to 6 divisions. The Synarchists have shown their true colors. Walked to Mexican City. Here, all he did... Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Click it over. We're now in charge of Mexico. Well, one thing I do like about them is that they got a pretty... Like, that's a pretty sweet flag. You've got to admit. A pretty nice flag. But I think with the coup underway, this is going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click thumbs down. Want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.